All right, there we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Points After podcast. Today's episode, we got 5 quarterbacks under the most pressure. NFL awards predictions, teams will over and underachieve, preview the Giants' hard knocks, looking over NFL power rankings, and who can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. My name is David. I'm here with my co-host.
Wow.
Yo, what's up, yo?
All right, so we're on episode 3 today, and let's get into our first topic. First topic is quarterbacks under the most pressure next season.
All right, now who's going first?
All right, go ahead.
So my five would be at one. I got Bryce Young. This is no order. I'm just throwing out names out there. So I got one Bryce Young. I got two Stroud. I got three Jalen Hurts. Four Dave Jones and five Caleb Williams. So I would say that.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Well, why are you saying that?
Ain't nothing
Bro.
pressure. He already smushed.
Nah, he got pressure, bro. So Bryce Young, I feel like he got pressure only because, he was the number one pick last year. Even though he didn't really have, talent around him, he still has pressure, to perform this season because they did upgrade at wide receiver. They did upgrade at O-line too as well. And they try to, put some weapons around him. They got Jonathan Brooks in, I think the 4th round. So they're trying to put some talent around, for him to, get something going because 9 TDs not going to get it done. He had 9 TDs, I think 11 picks last year, and his completion percentage wasn't that good either. His only good target last year was Adam Thielen. Everybody else was pretty much garbage. So they try to put Deontay Johnson and stuff around him so he could be able to throw the ball out. They got a new coach too, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do next season. And for Stroud, it's just more of, we all know he was good last year. Not good. He was great last year. They added Diggs. They trying to put some more weapons around him. I honestly think they should have just ran it back with the same team. But I get why you want to get wide receiver. You think you're a contender. But for that team, they looking at Super Bowl bust. If it's not Super Bowl next year, then what was it for? Doing what they did. They went out and got Danielle Hunter, Stephon Diggs, Joe Mixon. So those guys can really contribute early, going into the season. Another one I want to throw out there, like I said before, was Jalen Hurts. He's going into his 3rd year in the system. The last 2 years, it's been disappointing and to get to the playoffs.
Disappointing.
Yes. I think his playoff record is 2-2.
Yeah.
He beat the Bucks, and then he beat the Giants. He beat the Bucks, the Giants, and the 49ers. So that's 3.
No, he only beat the Giants and the Niners. He lost to Brady's Bucks and then Baker's Bucks.
You're right. So it's the Niners and the Giants. And then he lost in the Super Bowl. We all know that. And his other losses last year against Baker Mayfield. He's going into another Super Bowl. They're another Super Bowl contender. They got Saquon this year. The defense is not as good as it was, the previous years, but they still feel like they can, contribute and go to the Super Bowl this year. And I just want to throw out Caleb Williams. He's the number 1 overall pick. They loaded up on offense. They got Keenan Allen. They got Rome. They got DJ Moore. They got an O-line around him. There's really no excuses going into his 1st year. I want to see at least 20 touchdowns and 3,500 yards. That's all I ask for. If he doesn't get that, then I feel like, I don't know, with that offense,
The offense is back too.
It's really nothing you can say, man. Like, I feel like he should be able to at least put up those numbers. I ain't telling him to be a Pro Bowler or go to the 2nd round of the playoffs, but he got to at least do something his 1st year. He has all that talent around. There's no excuses. And for Dave Jones, yeah, I know you have been the man for me to hit. Talking about Dave Jones. So, Dave Jones is going into most pressure because they got Malik Neighbors, they got Jalen Hyatt, they got Darius Slayton as well, Isaiah Hodgins. They lost Saquon in free agency, but they still do have enough talent on the offensive end to get it done. Offensive line still a question mark, but uh, it's really put up or shut up this year. They went out to get neighbors this year. Hopefully that can boost some of the stats he has last year. It haven't been that good, but you can't really blame him for what the team he had around him. So I'm just hoping to see him take that leap that I expect him to take the last 2 years. So that's really all I got to say.
Honestly, I think mine are like hot takes. Honestly, I got Daniel Jones at 1. We already know what he was going to go.
Uh,
Justin Herbert,
wow.
Trevor Lawrence, out. Even though Aaron Rodgers has done what he had to do, in the past, this year, I have him under some pressure. And then I also have Caleb as well. And I have Caleb because it's a lot of times you have quarterbacks who are so like overhyped and then they amount to nothing. You got the Marcus Mariotas, the Vince Youngs, the like all of those number 1 draft pick or number 2 draft pick quarterbacks that were like overhyped and ended up suck. So that's why I have him under some pressure, especially because he had the I want to own part of the team type attitude when he first got in. So, and if I'm correct, he still haven't signed a contract with the Bears. If I'm correct, so I definitely have him under some pressure. He doing all of that, and he do 9-11, like Bryce Young. That's just, he got to go. He got to go. So I don't really have. I agree with your list too, Za. I do like your list, but I kind of wanted to go a different route. I have, like you said, Bryce Young. I don't think he should be under a lot of pressure because it's year 2. But you know how I get. You get 2 years. You get 2 years from me. So they put some receivers around him. I don't know if they rebuilt that O line, but they need to rebuild that O line.
Yeah, they signed Robert Hunt in the free agency.
All right.
So they try to give you some some offensive line time around there.
I think also, like you said, C.J. Stroud. He's under some pressure only because during the off season he was having a little bit too much fun. Like he was turned up this off season. He needed to lock back in. Hopefully, he locked back in.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins also.
That's a good one. I like that.
Kirk Cousins. The reason why I say Kirk Cousins is because right now he's the best game manager in the NFL. You leave Justin Jefferson, Jordan Anderson. I mean,
you can argue Jared Goff too, but
Jared Goff.
Nah,
Brock
I can't.
Purdy.
Not this year. I don't think Jared Goff this year because right now he's Detroit's hero. Right now, like that's number 1 in Detroit right now.
Yeah.
So we could argue, Geno Smith or Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford a little bit only because these past couple of years, ever since that Super Bowl, it's like,
I mean, I get it, but he's been hurt though. So, but it's no excuse for that though. Yeah,
he's been hurt. That's not a good thing. But those are my quarterbacks that I have under some pressure.
All right, let me break through my top 5. At number 5, this one kind of hurts me because I do like the guy. I got Jalen Hurts at number 5 when it comes to pressure. We saw him like the first real season of him starting with actual help. He went to the Super Bowl, and then we haven't seen that high. I know it's been a year. We haven't seen him reach that high. That top 2 MVP candidate could have won it if he didn't get injured, which is crazy because I think he drew like 20 touchdowns that season. Number 4, I got Tua. Tua is in line to get paid. We saw his first couple years. He wasn't that good. He gets Tyreek Hill, gets a developed Jalen Waddle, gets Mike McDaniel, and he's looking like he's putting up top 5 quarterback stats every season. But when those big games come up, like I know he'll throw 500 yards against the Broncos, the Giants, and the Panthers, but once you see the Chiefs come around, the Bills come around, the Eagles, that Tua's gone. So he's in line to make $60 million a year. There's the way the market is going. $60 million a year for someone that can't win. For someone that can't win you playoff games or can't win you meaningful games in the season. Yeah. Number 3, I got Dak. Dak's going into what? This is year 10 now with 2 playoff wins. I mean, Dak just probably had his best season ever last season, but we saw what happened in the playoffs. It was a mix of the defense being horrible, and he didn't play up to his standards, and he lost to a 17 in Jordan Love. Number 2, I got Bryce Young. The only reason I got Bryce this high is because CJ Stroud was drafted right after him. Every single quarterback that got drafted in the first round at least showed like more upside than Bryce Young. Will Levis had a 4-touchdown game, and we didn't see much from that, but I don't think Bryce reached that high. The Anthony Richardson up there.
Actually, no.
Ever,
That Packers game, he played good. He had like
that was,
Packers game, and then he also beat CJ Stroud.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was CJ's. That was CJ's worst game. So shout out the Panthers defense. And then Anthony Richardson, even though it was a limited sample size, he was electric. And then of course, CJ Stroud had like the greatest rookie season of all time. So he's gotten some help. He's gotten good help. I say he got decent help. So let's hope the number 1 pick shows some upside. And then number 1, we all know where we're going here. Number 1 is Daniel Jones. This is year 6, year 7, or year 5. I'm not sure what year, but he's coming in here. He's not a fresh quarterback. He's an experienced veteran, and we haven't seen much from him. We saw him game manage his way to a playoff win, and guys, I got him 160 million, which respect to that. But then this whole last season was horrible for the whole Giants team, and more specifically Daniel Jones. Because once he got injured, every single quarterback on that roster played better than him when he was healthy. Tommy DeVito, an undrafted quarterback, put up a better game than him. And then, of course, Tyrod Taylor is good, so I won't really hold that against him.
He went from not throwing the Jets game, too. They didn't let him throw the Jets game when we lost. And then he went on a terrific run, too. They had that in there.
Jersey legend, DeVito. So, yeah, I think this is, if it's not a good season here from Jones, I think he's out the door. Probably heading to New Orleans or something.
100%.
I doubt it. I think the way the Giants are, they're gonna fire Daboll before they will let Jones go. They're gonna blame him.
I really think like if he don't put up this year,
I think
I'm only saying that because the way Shane was in that Hard Knocks, he was saying like you have to put talent around him. You have to do this. You have to do that.
I think it was a few times he had some talent around him though, and he sold. I'm telling the type of quarterback he is, you have to be wide open. He's one of those scared playing quarterbacks who doesn't take risks. He's not going to throw you the ball if you got a corner right on you. Or right
you can't say that when Evan Ingram was dropping wide open touchdowns.
You can't say that when he was tripping over himself at the 20-yard line. We can't say anything. Like he's terrible.
I know, but I feel like the whole team is bad. You can't just blame it on him though.
The Giants organization, they've really never had like I can't say never, but since I've been alive, I haven't seen like an elite quarterback for the New York Giants. Eli was great in his own right, but he wasn't Peyton Manning. He wasn't Drew Brees. He wasn't none of those guys. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He was the type of quarterback that Daniel Jones is now, and I think that's what the Giants organization is trying to go back to: strong defense, lackluster offense, and then let's see what this defense does. That's basically what they did.
I want to say that when we won the Super Bowl this year, we had offensive talent. Like we had a good run game. We had two running backs that could run the ball: Brandon Jacobs and Lamar Bradshaw.
Yeah, but
and we also had tight ends too. So I get what you're saying though. Like Eli wasn't the best quarterback, but he made the throws that he had to make when it came to that time.
The playoffs, Eli is probably one of the best quarterbacks. To be honest, outside of Patrick Mahomes, but
I agree with that.
I think the type of team that the Giants is, they really are more so of a defense wins championship team. So they rather like a game manager and then stack defense. That's the type of team they are. So I kind of figured they'll keep Jones before they get rid of, anybody else. They'll give it to everybody else.
I mean, I do feel like if Dave Jones doesn't put up this year and be like, let's just say we go 7-11, somewhere in that range, I do feel like we're gonna take a quarterback next year. I don't know who's gonna be there. It's a lot of quarterbacks going around.
I don't think the quarterback class isn't even like stacked next year.
It's not stacked, but
because this year they were stacked. They were like decent this year.
This was the year to be bad if you wanted the quarterback.
Yeah, It's like that every couple of years. They have like a great quarterback class. The next 2 years, terrible. So we'll
Well,
see.
we got quarterbacks coming out like Carson Beck, Drew Alar, Shador, Cam Ward. Just name some quarterbacks that's out there. And stuff
Yeah,
like
Shador
that.
is coming out. Is Monroe coming out, or is he probably gonna?
Monroe coming out too. So like, I feel like it's gonna be like I want to say like 7 quarterbacks coming out that can be picked up. That's like worthy of being started.
All right, I can agree with you.
I'm actually surprised, David, that you didn't bring up Lamar.
Lamar, we know Lamar's good. We all know he's good. 2 MVPs already, and it's just the playoffs where it comes to. That's really what Lamar needs to work up on. Because everybody else on this list hasn't shown anything close to Lamar's regular seasons. Lamar
Look,
has far less
I mean,
rosters.
Dak
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 was a better
should have
passer
been the
with
MVP at
way
least twice.
better receivers.
Dak should have been the MVP at
Should have
least
been
twice.
MVP. If he didn't lose the first round so badly, the MVP would have been
I think
his.
this year was his MVP year. Had he not lost, like you said,
Yeah.
had he not lost this year, he would have been an MVP without a question. Because Dak is like, I'm a Giants fan, but Dak is like regular season god. Like he's like top tier regular season and playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
It would have been
Lamar.
my top 3 would have been Mahomes, Dak, and CMC for MVP.
Right.
If Dak would have beat the Packers.
But the like with Lamar, what his problem is, what I think his problem is, I think he tried to prove a point too much. Like everybody say he can't throw. I don't believe that he can't really throw. I'm not gonna lie. But he tries to prove that he can, and I think that's what happened the last Chiefs playoff game with him. He tried to throw the ball too much instead of running the ball because the Chiefs have a terrible run defense. Should have kept running that ball, they probably would have won that game. They see what Josh Allen did. So.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I'm looking back at this. And then against the Texans, he threw the ball 22 times. Or no, wait, this is the wrong one. This is the regular season match. Playoffs. Hold on, wait a second. Let's see. He threw the ball 22 times still against the Texans. And then against the Chiefs in the playoffs, he threw the ball, I believe, like close to 40 times.
Wow.
Threw the ball 37 times.
Why? What reason? What is your reason?
The Ravens offense is running centric. And once they went down early, I feel like they were down 7 early. And then like
did they have Dalvin Cook that game?
Pass.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook, yeah, he was suited up.
Why? We know like Lamar's not really all that great at throwing the ball. He's good. He can get you the ball. He's not all. I would rather stop his running game than let him.
I do feel like Mark Andrews going down did like kind of mess up the run of that offense though. Even though Isaiah Likely was good down the stretch, Mark Andrews' presence really alone really changed the dynamic of that offense.
Didn't he play that game?
Yeah, he did play that game.
He did play, but he's come back from injury though.
He played. He played. He got some burn, and Likely was also good too though.
The leading receiver was Zay Flowers with 115. The next best receiver was Nelson Aguilar for 39 yards.
Nelson Aguilar is just
Odell was getting clamped out there.
So I mean, I think Lamar definitely needs to be under some pressure. Honestly.
The only reason I didn't put Lamar is because like how much he uplifts like his lesser offensive weapons. Like he's balling out with a rookie Zay Flowers, the rental Nelson Aguilar and Odell Beckham, and then Andrews of course is good.
I'm kind of disappointed in how they played Odell Beckham too. I didn't like how they. It was different. He wasn't really schemed in much. They had Rashad Bateman out there more than Beckham.
I mean, but they did get some more talent though, so like, we gotta see what they do.
They definitely did. They got Derrick Henry at 35, almost near 40.
Now, what's the wide receiver they got too?
I don't remember.
I gotta look at it. I'm not looking it up.
A 95-year-old running back.
Hey, the 2 best running backs in the league on the same team.
Right. But all honestly, it's
Oh, they got Devontae Walker. I was high on him too coming out of UNC.
okay. Okay.
All right, our next topic we got NFL awards predictions. This is a good one. So let me know who you guys think will win. Like, the main awards: the MVPs, the offensive players, defensive rookies, coach. And if you want, you can do comeback. Cause I got my list right here. I'm ready. If you guys want to start, you can start.
Oh, you can go first.
All right. So for comeback player of the year, I was thinking, like, obviously, come on, like Aaron Rodgers, but that man up there, he's coming back. Anthony Richardson, by the way, comeback player of the year. If he's gonna ball out, he's gonna win his division. He's gonna put up great numbers. Coach of the year, I got Packers coach Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is winning coach of the year this year. Defensive rookie of the year, I got Terry Arnold from the Lions. Offensive rookie of the year. This was kind of tough for me, but I just went, safe. I just said Marvin Harrison Jr. Defensive player, I got Micah Parsons. Offensive player, I got Tyreek. And the MVP is where it got interesting. Because to win MVP, you got to do two things. You got to put up great numbers, and you got to get a lot of good stats and win. I think this quarterback right here can do both of those things. Jalen Hurts winning MVP this year.
Wow.
This is the year. This is the year.
Wow.
Because you could say, like, his last two seasons are, like, really starting. He was MVP finalist. So why not this year? Third time's the charm.
I mean, I'm not gonna really say that. I don't think he is, but
I got Brock Purdy before I got Jalen Hurts.
Oh my
This
god!
push ain't gonna get him to an MVP. All right. I got my most valuable player, Patrick Mahomes. I got my boy.
oh my God.
I got my boy, Patty Mahomes.
You can't just scoff at Patrick Mahomes.
You can't, bro. That's the best quarterback in the league. You can't,
By far.
By far. Respectfully. Coach of the year, I'm going hot seat. Ryan Dable. I think the way that he's going to turn over this defense and offense and everything is going to be revamped. Besides Daniel Jones, he might sneak one in there. You got comeback for the year. I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully. If he plays his best like he normally do at the age of 40, he's going to ball out. He's definitely going to ball out. We got offensive player of the year, definitely going to be CMC or Barkley. Or my comeback player of the year could be Nick Chubb.
It's a good one. I forgot about Nick Chubb.
I did too. So defensive player of the year, my boy Banks. My boy Banks. The bank is always closed.
Oh wow.
The Banks is always closed on Sunday.
Yes.
That boy be strapping
We
up.
getting Banks love.
That boy be strapping up. I'm telling you. That's it. That's my list right there.
So for MVP, this gonna be a hot take, but I'm gonna say Joe Burrow.
That's a good one.
I say Joe Burrow. My offensive player of the year. I think the way this Falcons offense is gonna look on paper, I think it's gonna be Bijan this year. Either Bijan or if it's not Bijan this year, then I see it being Jalen Hurts. I can see Jalen Hurts becoming offensive player of the year. My defense player of the year, TJ Watt. That boy is, oh my God. I don't gotta say what he done in the league. So I'm gonna say him. My defensive rookie of the year, I'm gonna say Dallas Turner, the linebacker from Vikings. My offensive rookie of the year, I'm gonna go with my boy Jaden Daniels from the Commanders. My coach of the year is gonna be Zach Taylor from the Bengals. And my comeback player of the year, you already know. I've been saying it all year. Daniel Jones, baby.
Daniel Jones comeback player of the year. Oh my goodness.
Come back with ACL.
11 touchdowns. The amazing 11 touchdowns and 15 interceptions. Thank you. Comeback player of the year, right there.
He's coming back from the ACL, and I think he's gonna prove a lot of people wrong. But that's TBD to see. We're gonna see once the season starts. But that's my list.
All
Coach of the
right.
year, I got one more. My bad. I just thought about him. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, coach of the year.
Coach of the year, Andy Reid. I could play on the Chiefs right now. He'll get me over. That's how good of a coach he is.
I feel like coach of the year, like they don't really go for like the best coach in the league. They just go for like the upcoming like hot new shot. Like Brian Dable won it, and then the Texans coach D'Amico Ryans. Because like the last 10 years, Bill Belichick could have won like 5 coach of the years.
He could have, but he could have. He definitely could have. Could have.
They just picked the new hot top.
They just picked the best coach at the moment. Like they're just a lot of viewership around it, like that.
Next topic we got is a good one. After the 3rd Super Bowl in the Patrick Mahomes era, what team can dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs?
Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. That's the only team where I'm watching that game and I'm sweating. Like I'm like, nah, this is not real life right now. So I don't think Burrow is better than Mahomes at all. But it's something about the Bengals. They're like his kryptonite. It's something in the water that they're giving him that Mahomes just simply can't beat him like he does in Josh Allen. That's the only team I can see. Or maybe the 49ers eventually.
For me, look at how the offseason went down. They already paid Joe Burrow. They got to pay Jamar Chase soon, and they're trying not to pay T Higgins. So that money's not spreading in Cincinnati. So if there was a time to win the Super Bowl, they were supposed to beat the Rams, and they lost to the super team. So
that was it right there. You're right.
And they blew it. The Bills. I've been saying this. If the Bills couldn't get it done for the last 5 years, what makes you think they're going to get it done? Bro, it's not good for the Bills. It's not good for the Bills.
You even let him finish. You started clapping.
The Bills, if they couldn't get it done for the last 5 years, what makes us think that this year is going to be the year? With a far lesser roster, they got worse, the Chiefs got better. They lost their best wide receiver.
On paper, the roster looks bad, but
they lost their best wide receiver.
Hit the glaze button, yo. Hit the glaze button.
I don't got to set up for today. They lost all their key defenders, all their best defenders. They lost all of them. And their coach, I'm not sure what. I thought he was a good coach at first, but then I saw DeMar Hamlin fake punt in the playoffs on their own 20. And they got blessed by the dude fumbling out the end zone. They got so blessed by the dude fumbling out the end zone. The coach needs to be fired. If it's not a Super Bowl this year, then he needs to be fired because there's just bad decisions. He tried to hype up the team with 9/11 like phrases and catchphrases, and I'm not sure what the Bills are going to do. I know Josh Allen. You got Josh Allen. You're going to be in it every single year, but if they got Josh Allen, the Bills needed to win one in the last 5 years, at least to make it to one. At least the Bengals made it to one, but because people don't talk about this enough. The Bills cried and complained so much that they changed the overtime rules. But the next week, what team beat the Chiefs in overtime? The Cincinnati Bengals. Wow didn't get the ball first.
I remember that. Everybody cried. Like people were crying and throwing up after the Chiefs beat them in overtime.
And also, Josh Allen hasn't won.
This didn't happen if they didn't have the overtime.
Josh Allen hasn't won an overtime game
yet. He hasn't won an overtime game since that rule change. So.
So there's like 3 teams that could like legitimately, I think, dethrone the Chiefs, and 2 of them don't even play in like his conference. One is the Bengals. I think the Bengals have the best chance out of everybody. 2 is the Lions. I think just like the way Dan Campbell got those boys playing grit and grind, they'll bite your kneecaps off. If I for every inch. The last one we saw last year. It was a regular season game, but we saw last year. The Green Bay Packers. Let them meet in the Super Bowl. Let them meet in the Super Bowl, man. Let them meet in the Super Bowl. It's definitely not the Niners. They lost to basically the same Kansas City Chiefs team in 2 different eras: the Jimmy G era and the Brock Purdy era. Because we're in a day and age where if you don't have the better quarterback, you're probably not going to win the big games. We've seen in like the last couple Super Bowls, the better quarterback.
So we saying Brock Purdy better than Jordan Love right now?
in the Super Bowls. We're talking about Super Bowls.
I don't even think
Oh.
Brock Purdy is, bro. I'm telling you, you can put me on the 49ers and we going to the Super Bowl. Brock
No,
Purdy is not.
no,
Brock
absolutely
Purdy
not.
is not that, bro.
Absolutely not.
Yo, you can put me on the 49ers right now. We making a run in the playoffs.
I could probably quarterback in Kyle Shanahan's system. I could probably quarterback to like 5 wins.
Nah, I got us going to the playoffs. For sure. That team is too talented.
Because next season, bro, people weren't talking about the Packers enough. They're talking about the Lions because everyone loves. I love the Lions. Everyone loves the Lions. They love Dan Campbell. They love how they play. From the lovable losers to nearly making the Super Bowl if they didn't blow that lead. But
The Packers is like a young team. It's a great young team. They still need some more experience and all of that stuff that comes with playing.
they'll be ready.
I don't see them taking down Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs anytime soon. I think Patrick Mahomes has at least 2 more rings until somebody else comes and be able to take it down.
Just wait, man. Just wait.
I'm going to go with the Lions. I think the Lions can have a shot of taking down the Chiefs at some point. I think the Bengals window is closing, but I still think they can beat them this year. Only because they still have Jamar Chase, they still have T. Higgins, they still have weapons. Even if they lost Joe Mixon, they still got Chase Brown. I mean, what's his name? No, Chase Brown. Yeah, that's his name. Chase, they running back. They still have weapons. They still have Joe Burrow, and their line got better. In the third team, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles could beat them.
I don't think the Eagles are beat them.
I mean, they beat them in the regular season.
I mean, we saw the Super Team
Bowl.
Eagle. The Super Team Eagles that had like what 70, 80 sacks in the regular season had 0 sacks against Mahomes. And that best defense in the league, 38 points on the best defense in the league.
They have Barkley now, so I mean the Chiefs last season they didn't have a good run defense. Maybe they'll be smarter than the 49ers and actually use Saquon Barkley to death. But I don't see them beating them either. I don't think there's a team right now that could beat them. Probably the Lions.
I can see
Probably
that.
the Lions. I don't see it yet. I don't see the vision. This year they're not going to go to Super Bowl though. This is going to be like this. He's going to lose this year and then go again next year and win.
They'll make the Super Bowl this year.
They'll make it, but
I don't think so.
They'll make it, but they'll lose.
I think this year it's going to be. Everybody picking the Lions. I don't think it's going to be the Lions this year.
Nah, it's not. That was that one year.
Packers. That's what it's going to be.
I see the team I see coming out of the AFC. I want to say the Bengals right now, but I got to see how they play. Like,
I don't think the Bengals are going to be good. Not good, but I don't think they're going to be well put together this year because of the chemistry will be all out of whack. We got T. Higgins still fighting for his contract. We got Jamar Chase, who's not signed yet. Well, probably still got a year left on his deal, so he's probably going to be on some, I want my money now. Joe Burrow coming off an injury. Tyler Boyd is gone. I don't see it. They had three tough wide receivers that could catch anything their way. Joe Burrow may be going down to 1. So we gotta see.
Yeah. I want to say everybody picking the Texans. But I think the Texans do go to the playoffs this year, but I don't see them going to the Super Bowl. But I think the contenders in the AFC, obviously the Chiefs, the Bengals, I don't know about the Bills yet. I got to see how they look.
The Bills aren't doing nothing this year. They done cleared the house. They done cleared everything out.
Yeah, we gotta see, bro.
They wiped everything out. Everything.
Nah, they did all that for cap space. And Justin Simmons still available, so if they want to sign him, they still can get him.
They should have a dog, man. This is
a
dog.
Because I heard Damar Hamlin is fighting for a roster spot, so he
either go sit down. He should have retired.
Nah, I feel like he's a good special team piece. Other than that, he's not really that good. But for real, like he's good on special teams. That's it. I don't see him in the game. Other than that,
Get to what I want to say.
He just there for team morale, basically.
I guess that's all he there for sure.
It's like where Udonis has him for the Heat for the last 4 years. He basically was there for morality.
Well, at least UD was like 40. DeMar Ham's like what, 25, 24?
Yeah,
I
but you
would
get
have
what I'm saying though. Like he just there to make the team feel good. Like, he's there
Celtics
to give
Jack?
motivation.
What is his pregame speech every game? Almost
Oh.
got for y'all. Let's go. Nobody want to hear that every game for the next 12 years. Come on. He needs to retire, bro. That's just what it is, man. I get it. You know, when he passed away and all of that, but let's move
'Cause
past.
That's what I'm seeing with this AFC, or I'll have to playoffs is escaping out. Any other team beside the Chiefs should have won in these last 5 years. But coming now, the Bills got worse. The Bengals got worse. They lost two of their best defenders in the last 2 seasons. And every other team besides them, or the Ravens, lost a lot of pieces. They lost a lot of defenders. And they lost their DC. And every other team is young or just not good. So it's really just 3 teams that have a chance to like beat Mahomes in the playoffs. And the floor is the championship game. Because he's never lost a divisional round, never lost a wild card. It's just, I don't know what it is, but it's might come off as glazing, but I don't think there's one team that could like. I think the next 5 years, I think 4 of them Mahomes gonna win.
Wow.
I could legit see that.
That is
3 of 5, 4 of
So-
6, 3 and 5, 4 and 6.
it's a lot of
The way-
glazing going on right now.
Bro, the way
I
that the
don't think he has 4 coming
4
out.
in the next 6 years, maybe, or 3 in the next 5.
Maybe four in the next 6 years. Maybe. At the pace he's
Because-
going, it's possible.
Every other team besides them just seems to get worse. When the Chiefs get worse, they somehow still win. I don't think any other team in the league could do that.
Zaire Savior might pull an Eli and beat him twice.
Oh. Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones beats the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I'll hang myself. If that happens. That'd be ridiculous.
I would not shut up if that ever happened.
yeah,
I'm gonna hear that shit for the rest of his life.
What happens?
I
All right.
swear.
What happens if Mahomes has like 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and Daniel Jones has like 200 and a touchdown and still wins?
He won.
Oh,
if Daniel Jones get the MVP for that, I'll probably be irritated. Not even gonna lie. Oof.
I don't think
I
there's
mean,
gonna ever be
I'm
a
gonna
point.
just be like he won. I mean, you really can't say that.
And that's the most injury-prone quarterback I've seen in my life.
Nah.
He ain't got no Eli for sure.
It comes to a point where every single matchup Mahomes is in, like the better quarterback just wins, and Mahomes was the majority of them. It's hard to lose a matchup when the better quarterback wins when you are the better quarterback. We
Right.
saw it once.
When you are number one, he's coming for you.
And another thing to this topic, you guys think there could be another dynasty in the middle of this one, or another dynasty that could be built right now?
Yeah, it'll be towards the end of Mahomes' career, like it was for Brady. His career is gonna be like Brady, but like a little less winning. I don't think he's gonna catch 7. I think he'll probably get 5 to solidify him number 2 all time.
And better numbers. If he
Right.
gets 5
With
and has
better
better
numbers,
numbers around the board, I'll put him number 1.
I think life's about winning.
I put LeBron over Jordan. He has 2 less
Number
rings.
1 is crazy. Yo.
I wouldn't
If
put
he
him at
finishes
number 1 if he didn't get
Oh,
the 7.
It's
I'm not
projecting.
sure.
It's projecting, but
But at the rate he's going, if he plays to like 45, that's when Brady stopped playing. He'll probably have more Super Bowls than 3. I'll say that. But if he doesn't get to 7, he's not going to be number 1 on time. You have to get the ring.
if he gets to 5 and has like way better numbers around the board, I'll still call him
He will.
number 1.
He'll have better numbers than Brady though, for sure.
Because
He will.
people call LeBron number 1. He has 2 less rings, but everything else is just LeBron on the major stats list.
I feel like MJ, Kobe, and LeBron is GOATs. Like I really don't have no order when it comes to them. It's just more of like I respect all of them as the GOAT.
I've
They
never
almost
seen
changed the
Michael
game.
Jordan play. I didn't even watch basketball. I started
Yeah,
watching
but you can't-
basketball in 2016 when
Yeah,
Kobe.
but you can't really sit there and say what he hasn't done to the game that isn't inspirational.
I don't know nothing about it.
I stopped watching ball, or I started watching ball in 2014. I started watching once the Heat stopped being like really good. It's horrible.
The year Kobe Bryant retired, that's the year I started watching. So the last All-Star game he played, that's when I started watching. I believe that was 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, our next topic we got. We're gonna be ranking NFL teams last season. So last year we had a lot of good teams, a lot of surprise teams, and a lot of butt. So we're gonna go through the list of the teams, and we're gonna say who had the better seasons, who lived up to their expectations. We'll begin the Niners season.
Hey, come on, hey. They went to the
That's a
Super
perfect
Bowl.
eight. They did everything they wanted to do. They showed Brock Purdy was good enough to quarterback into a Super Bowl. Just couldn't quarterback. Bears, this is like a D tier season.
Like
This
a
was
D.
bad.
Like a D. Like a D.
Because I've been saying it for like the last 4 years. I always knew Justin Fields wasn't going to be a good quarterback in Chicago. And they did everything for him. They gave him a good receiver. They built him a great defense. And he still wasn't good. People don't talk about this enough, but Jordan Love ended Justin Fields' career in Chicago. That last game of the season, where if you beat the Packers, you're going to go to the playoffs. Jordan Love balled out. Justin Fields never showed up. So boom.
I can respect it.
The Bengals is like a C tier season because they started off bad, then they started streaking, then Burrow got hurt, then the backup came in, played good, and then they just missed the playoffs.
Browning was good for like 2 games, bro.
Hey, he looked
Game
good
and a half.
against the Jaguars,
Game and a half.
He had that one good game,
and then against the Vikings, played good.
Yeah, and then after that, we never seen them again.
Bills, it's like a B tier season.
Yeah, B. That's definitely a
B for
Yeah,
Bills.
I say B because they did start off wonky, and then they won a division. So, and they also got to the second round of the playoffs.
Their division has really no comp. It's like Tua's good the first. Tua is good like the first last year. I'm talking about. Tua is good the best 8 games, the first 8 games. You know, and then after that it's like, all right, I'm gonna die down now. I'm gonna go into, automatic shit mode.
Yeah, at one point in time, he was MVP of the league.
He was. Tua was in talk.
But Tua's the same way since he got Tyreek. I'm not gonna say since he came to NFL because we got to the NFL, that's when he had that terrible concussion. I think like twice. But there's really no comp. That's the Bills division. This year maybe comp because you got Rodgers coming back.
All right, so what about the Chiefs then? Because their division is ass.
Yeah, the Chiefs don't have no comp either. That's their division. They're gonna win a division every year. That's their shit. They run that shit. Everybody, the Broncos is they bitch. The Raiders, everybody. Oh, that whole AFC. Everybody in AFC is their bitch. Everybody. Fuck.
He said his shit turned off, so we can keep going. The Broncos, I would say, I'll give it a D.
The Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos. I'll give it a D only because outside of Russell Wilson, it was really nothing to watch for the Broncos. Like Russell had 26 touchdowns, 11 picks, and I think 3,600 yards. So, like, I mean, what else you gonna say about them? Patrick Surtain, he was good too, but you really can't say shit. Like, it's really nothing to say.
I'm back. Hold up.
Oh, there you go.
Give me 1 second. I gotta.
I was gonna say we just ready to trash about
the Browns. What about the Browns? What are you saying about the Browns?
The Browns, I say B.
You say what?
B.
B?
Mm-hmm.
The Browns?
Yeah.
Explain. That is B?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Explain. I want to hear what you.
Because beginning of the year, they was having so many problems. Nick Chubb went down. Deshaun Watson was getting hurt. The offense wasn't clicking. And then once Joe Burrow came in, it's like the whole team was finally like they defense was good all year around. Like everybody knew that wasn't a question mark. It was just it was the offense. And once they got Joe Flacco, then that team really took
I'm not gonna give them a B. I'm gonna probably give them a C because they did have quarterback problems. Nick Chubb was hurt. Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, but they still made the playoff though.
They made the playoffs. Yes, they did. Not gonna lie. That's fucking. I don't mean shit to me, honestly.
All right,
And
I'm
the
back.
AFC North though, the AFC North is one of the hardest divisions in the league though.
I don't give them no respect for that. I am gonna hold you. I'm giving them a C. I'm gonna give them C on my end.
So we're stuck on C or B.
I'm giving them a C on my
I
end
said B. Whatever
because
you want to give them, then that's where I'll be going.
the season for me is more so like, yeah, I had quarterback trouble throughout the whole year. Yes, we got Joe Flacco at the end, but it's like y'all really ain't do much when you really sit down and look at it. Y'all went to the playoffs, did good, lost. I give them a C. I give them a C. They passed though, but they ain't really do good.
I'm gonna stick with C too because when they had their franchise quarterback, Mr. Deshaun Cosby, Deshaun Cosby was butt the whole season when he played. Whether he was healthy or injured, he was butt.
Deshaun who?
Deshaun Cosby.
Wow. Word.
Whether he was healthy or injured.
I call him Massage McWadi.
Right. Word.
And then Nick Chubb went down, and it was every single quarterback. Boom. PJ Walker wasn't good. The rookie DTR wasn't good. And then Joe Flacco came in. He balled out
with that experience. Balled out. But then at the end of the day, it was all for nothing. You could have sat down for all of that. Stay home.
They had a C-tier season. I'll give them that. Denver Broncos.
D. Outside of Russell Wilson and Patrick 13, it was none to watch, bro.
Let's break down the season real quick and like a
break it down. Don't break it down nothing, bro.
So boom. You guys trade a first round pick for a coach, Sean Payton. First game, you lose to the Raiders. Second game, you blow a 20-point lead to the Commanders. The third game, you lose by 50 points to the Dolphins. Like, there's not going to be another game ever where a defense is that bad.
They believe 70 points, y'all. Yeah, that's some mad shit.
They disrespected y'all.
The only silver lining is that we lost to a team that only beats up on bad teams, and our defense was bad at that point.
I think they
barely 70
points.
They barely beat us. Honestly, they was fighting for their life until like the second half.
Where at the second half was over.
At least your guys' defense had a pulse. Ours just didn't have a pulse at all. And then
the offense, they had no pulse.
And the 5-game win streak happens, and then they make the Bills fire their offensive coordinator. The Broncos defense that let up 70 points made a team fire their OC. And then they started going on the streak where they got like 4 turnovers a game. And then they lose meaningful games.
Just give them the D, bro.
Hell no, bro. Come on,
give them a D. Give them a D.
If the Browns is a C, then the Broncos definitely a D, bro.
At least
Buccaneers the Buccaneers.
I give them a B, bro.
I give them a B. I definitely give them a B.
Buccaneer. The Baker Mayfield redemption.
Yeah. Nobody expected Mayfield to play that good.
I thought full-heartedly that Caleb Williams was going to be a Buccaneer. Actually, no, I didn't. I thought he was going to be a Bear from all the way.
Baker Mayfield was never trash to me. He wasn't trash to me until he went to the Panthers. But before that, I didn't understand why they let him go for Baker Mayfield. Not Baker Mayfield. Man, what's his name? Deshaun Watson. That was the dumbest. Now you're struggling. Watson
that's the dumbest decision at the time. Deshaun Watson was way better than Mayfield.
Deshaun Watson was playing like seasons of not playing.
He was touching on a massage woman. Like what?
He didn't play for 2 years. He didn't play in 2 years. He sat on the bench like we doing. We sitting down. That's what he was doing.
But I'm saying though, Tom Brady is been sitting down for like a year and a half. He come back. He's one of the best QBs in the league.
If he's in a good system, has a great wide receivers, has a great defense, then Tom Brady will ball out. Because that's why he left New England. That's why he went to Tampa Bay. They had the whole team ready.
New England because they wasn't
they weren't good anymore. They weren't good anymore, and they went to Tampa Bay with all the weapons there, but they didn't have a quarterback, and they weren't.
Logan Ryan ruined the Patriots year that year too, and that interception ended everything.
Cardinals, it's like a D tier season.
Nah, that was
they were gonna be bad. But
that was an F, bro. That was an F. They ain't have there was no bright spots that season.
They beat the Cowboys.
No, James Conner was good.
And they beat the Cowboys early in the season, and then Kyler came back, and then they beat the Eagles.
What was their record like?
They got 4 wins, I think.
5 and whatever.
4 and
5 and
13.
12.
5 and 100.
All right, Charge. This is an F tier season. This is so.
Whoa, no,
This is F.
no.
They're saying they had the same season as the Broncos.
They had a better year than the Broncos. I put them at D though.
I wouldn't put them. I wouldn't put them
no!
at, I think they had a better season than the Broncos too, but I'll definitely.
They won 5 games,
Because Justin Herbert tore his shoulder.
and when he was healthy,
No.
they
It wasn't his
were
shoulder.
still
It was his hand, right?
When they were healthy, they still weren't winning.
Arguably,
He's better than y'all,
They
though.
let up 63 points
Bro.
to the Raiders.
If y'all are D tier, it's no way the Chargers are F tier, bro.
the Chargers are definitely a better team than y'all. For sure.
The Chargers on paper were supposed to have a better season, and they had a way worse season. They fired
Bro,
their coach.
they-
They let the
they
Raiders
had
up 3
detail,
points. My goodness.
I'll just put the Chiefs at the S tier.
tier.
We don't even got to ask no other questions.
Colts, they had a B tier season.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
After losing the rookie QB,
For what they
Gardner
had, yeah. For
and
what
they
they
were a
had,
throw away
yes.
from making the playoffs.
I'll let y'all have that one. I won't argue with y'all now. I'll let y'all have that one.
Command, this is F tier. This is butt.
Yeah, they're definitely F.
Horrible season.
Cowboys, we
They
get
had
them a
like
C.
That's
They
it.
just got trashed. They just got trashed by Jordan Love and friends in the playoffs.
But
It wasn't even a competition.
But the season, though, we talking about the season, though.
The season
That-
as a whole.
I'm talking about
Before that game, they was a B tier.
If that's the case, the Chiefs is an A tier because they didn't have a good team. The wide receivers couldn't catch a cold the whole regular season. I'm putting the Cowboys at a C tier just because of that playoff game.
I give it to you because those big games, the Cowboys didn't even win in the regular season. The Niners game, they got smoked. The first time they played the Eagles, they lost. Who else they lost to? They lost to the Cardinals. Oh my goodness, that was early in the season.
They got fried. They got fried
They
by
lost to
Joshua Dobbs.
They got smoked by the Bills, and they lost to the Dolphins, and then of course they lost to Jordan Love and them boys. Dolphins, they had like a B tier
They
season.
had a B tier season. They ain't really all that. I don't think the Dolphins are overhyped. That's what happened. They got overhyped, and now they think that ain't that. Not yet.
They could have had a home playoff game in Miami, and they smoked it.
They got smoked. Tyreek got jammed into the other side of the field. He got jammed into a grave.
But it was like -5 degrees outside.
Right? Ain't no grown man jam me into a grave like that. I'm sorry. I'm not allowing that.
It was -5 degrees, and guess who balled out? Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, everybody know in fucking Kansas City it's cold as fuck. He used to that shit. Miami is always fucking 85
You got a
degrees
job
plus.
to do, bro. You have a job to do. You coming in here, you coming to win. I don't want to hear it's too cold. I don't want to hear it's too hot. You coming in
Okay,
here.
you go play in that shit. You go play in
I
that
play. Crazy part is
I put a better
game up
stats
than
than Tua.
Tyreek.
I put a better game than Tua. There's
Not
a
crazy,
stat out there that's like the Dolphins are like have like a really bad record when the weather's like 70 degrees or lower, which is ridiculous.
So basically, they only good at Hard Rock.
They're only good in warm weather. There was a game
They're not
like
good.
a couple years ago, like the 2022 season, where they were playing in the Charger Stadium. They were saying it was cold in there.
How is it? It's an indoor stadium. What?
The wide receiver that's supposed to be good in that weather out of everybody was Tyreek. Tyreek Hill.
When you get jammed up, when you get jammed in the dirt, you can't do
He got
shit.
jammed into a grave. He got jammed into a grave.
The Eagles are D.
Yeah, they had a D tier season.
Whoa,
For expectations
Whoa.
they had and how it ended. Oh my!
a C
goodness.
though, bro. I get them a C, bro.
No,
I
they
get
could've
him.
got a C.
I'll get him. I definitely give him a C.
Because we thought that they'd run through the NFC again.
I can't say that. I cannot say that the Eagles are on the same tier as the Bears and Broncos wholeheartedly. I can't.
Look at the Eagles' expectation was to go back to the Super Bowl and have a better season than they did last time.
Are we talking
There was
about
no
the
point.
expectation or the season? Because
Yeah,
we're talking about the
expectation.
season, then their season is a C. We're talking about their expectation, then of course you can put D.
Because boom, they were 10-1, and not a single win was like dominated. They never dominated the team once. For how good their roster was, every game was either they're winning by one score. They're winning by one score. They're in overtime game with the Commanders, the reigning NFC champions.
The Commanders
Right.
always get their ass. It's always a fight with the Commanders. And I don't know what it is. The Commanders got their number.
And then the season ends horribly. They lose to the Niners. They get smoked by the Cowboys. They lose to Drew Lock and the Seahawks. And they barely beat the Giants with no quarterbacks. And they lose to the
We
Cardinals.
blew them out.
We beat them at the end of the season too.
Lose to the Giants, and then they lost. They weren't even close in the playoff game. They got smoked out. You want to give them some
That's what I'm saying. I give them a C only because yes, they started up 10-1, but you can't put them on the same tier as whereas Broncos and Chargers, bro. You really can't, bro. I just can't. Like even though I hate the Eagles so much, you got to at least put them in C tier. They still had
You can put those Falcons in the F too. I ain't gonna lie.
They had a D tier season. It was D tier.
Giants.
They had the same kind of season as the Commanders and the Cardinals. Yeah, the
Giants F.
Get them niggas F.
Season
And
start-
it's no explanation, nothing. Don't
We already 40-0 is crazy. You know, 40
ended
and
before-
I'm
ended before it even
so
started.
happy I go to that game, yo. 40-0 is crazy.
ended before it even started. D tier season for the Jaguars.
I do feel like that 40-0 did fuck the rest of our season up though. Like the rest of the season, the confidence was so low, bro.
Yo, they probably was arguing about that shit every game, yo.
Like it's
Right.
no way we got 40-0 at home, bro.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If I was on that team, I was taking Daniel Jones and locker and whooping his ass. Oh, rip. I was fighting everybody in there. I'm whipped our ass 40-0. Crazy.
The Jaguars had a D tier season or C tier.
I'd say D.
I say D.
Yeah, they had a D
You
tier.
watched that last game when they were supposed to do what they had to do and they sold? Jets, we gonna say F right along with the Giants. They ain't really
It
performed.
ended before it even started.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Giants.
I put them at F just because Aaron Rodgers just de-roasted shit the first snap of
The
the game. That was
first 2
crazy.
seconds, bro
That's
said
crazy.
look and fell. Bro said
That's
ready,
crazy.
set, go.
Bro did a 3-step drop back and just died.
I don't know who like pre-game the MetLife turf for those 2 games, but the season ended for both those teams that first game.
I'm giving the Lions an A tier.
They had an A tier season. It was great.
Yeah, I'm giving
Yeah.
Bring me back, man.
Green Bay. I give them a B.
I get him no A, B.
I give them a B. You tried to sneak that one in.
Yeah,
there.
like
Bro,
Wow.
the team was 3-6 at one point. They were calling Jordan Love a bust midway through the season, and then he turns the ship around. He takes the ship himself, turns it around, puts it back on course, makes the playoffs, wins
Next
the
don't know what
playoff
happened
game.
at MetLife.
Who made the playoffs?
So
What do
we
you
got the Packers
mean?
number. We beat them 2 years in a
Tore
row.
them, tore them up, yo.
But I mean, I get them an 8 because they fucking destroyed the
Because
Cowboys.
you go
So
from
I give them an
you go from your greatest quarterback in your team's history to a question mark, and they went further than the Packers did last season. They did better, and it comes to a point where you got to take an expectation and execution. You got to put them together to make a grade. That's why I try to put the Eagles at D tier because the execution wasn't there, and the expectations were all the way up here.
Yep.
Panthers, yeah,
Panthers would
easy,
get 'em F.
easiest F tier ever.
Patriots F.
Top 5 worst trade in NFL history they made. If Bryce Young isn't good, that is. Patriots F tier. Horrible. So sad.
Greatest F.
The more space for the F tier.
Actually, it's not sad. Fuck the Patriots.
Greatest F.
Raiders D tier.
No.
You calling them an F tier team?
I think he gonna give him that. I think he giving them that because they beat the Chiefs. That's the only reason why.
No. They had a bad season, but then the new coach steps in. I'm not sure what he's good at, but it makes the team play
I'm
hard.
not sure what he's good at, yo.
But he makes the team play harder. And
Yo,
they
They
played.
can play harder on that F tier. That's what they could play harder at.
All right, for an 8-win team, F tier. It doesn't even feel like they won 8 games, but they did.
It don't even sound right. Honestly,
Rams, they had a B tier season.
Hey,
A tier without a playoff win.
yeah, but did they go? I didn't remember them going to the playoffs.
I say A because, bro, the
Puka Nakua. That's why.
no, the Rams are so like well coached, right? for last year, you look on a team, right? You look on paper on a team, you like, damn, they traded all these picks away. They had no picks. How are they gonna be good next year? And they come out and they go, what was their record? Like 9-7,
They won 10 games.
10 games, and then lost to Lions. Like I don't really fault them for that because Lions was the best. Being real, Lions was the best team in the NFC behind the Cowboys.
No, I think they were a little bit ahead of the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Debatable.
pushing the Cowboys.
Debatable.
I think they were a little bit. I think
But
they did
I
one of the
only
best.
get them. I get the Rams because it's just like no one's seen them being that good.
It
Nobody's
was
seen.
lost to the New York Giants. It was lost to the New York Giants.
I mean, yeah, but they played good all year though. But I mean, if you want to put them at B, like I'm not mad at that.
They good. They good where they at. They good at a B.
Ravens, they should be like right here. But if it was me, they're going like right here because of how bad that championship game was. It was so bad. Oh my goodness.
I don't blame the play. Well, that's the whole.
I blame Lamar Jackson the most.
I don't blame the players. I blame the coaching. I blame how they adjusted. It should be no way that he's throwing the ball that much. I put that on the coach. I think the way that game was.
Oh my God, there's so many F tier teams. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Saints had an F tier season. It wasn't good in the slightest. I can't even remember like one game or one moment from the Saints season last year. Can't name one.
Chris Olave catch.
The only thing I can remember is when they dirty hit Tommy DeVito. That's the one thing I remember from their season.
We got fried that game too. I'm not even going.
Yeah. We had no chance that game. I'm not gonna lie.
We thought we did because everybody was glazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a C tier, the Seahawks.
I don't remember
C-tier season.
moments for the Seahawks besides them kicking our ass.
That was a bad game. That probably could have, that game right there, that Seahawks game could have ended Daniel Jones' career with the Giants.
It should have. It should have. Oh, I watched him stare down the wide receiver, and so did the corner, and take the ball to the man. I ain't watching.
Like I watched this game. That was like the one Giants game I sat down and watched, and it was like bad.
One thing I will say though, I think Devin Witherspoon is kind of a little overrated. Him and Bland, yes.
I can see Bland. Bland's kind of over it. He's an out route merchant.
Like, don't get me wrong, Witherspoon is good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when they took him, I think he went fifth.
With the
I
Broncos.
wasn't really that high on him, but he did have some good. He had some good moments last season, but they were like blazing it last year though.
One thing I remember from him, I remember the post game. I was watching the game. Post game comes up. The game's like what 20-0, something like that. And then they're interviewing Witherspoon, and he's like, "Yeah, we watched film on Daniel Jones. We know he likes to see the first read, and he just sat there and we knew what was happening." Like that's a rookie telling you like how your quarterback played, that's really bad. Just got the Steelers.
I put him at like B.
B tier? I can see it.
D.
Yeah, they had a B.
D. I ain't say B. That's
D?
D.
No, I say C.
C. They won 10 games.
Yeah.
Through bad quarterback play. With bad quarterback play.
They had Kenny Blickett and still won 10 games. Come on now.
And Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put them at.
I put them at A. I put them at
A. Yeah.
They over exceeded expectations like crazy.
They probably overseeded the most out of everybody.
Yeah.
Titans F tier.
No, I put them D. I put them D.
Nah.
I put them D. I put them D.
Leave them exactly where they at.
Nah,
they had a better season than they had a better season than the Giants and the Raiders.
The Giants are not up for like a debate. We're stuck in a terrible quarterback.
They had a better season than the Raiders. I don't think so. Their one good moment was when they beat the Dolphins and came back for like 3 minutes.
This one is
and Mailman had 4 TDs. His legacy game. After that, he was dog shit.
Vikings. This is like.
I say C.
Because when they had Kirko, they were balling and they were trying to season.
Yeah, they was balling.
They popped the ACL, and and then Josh Dobbs comes in, and he's the new hot sensation, and then he falls off, and then the
It's
season's
still
ended.
amazing to me that Jay Jettis had 1,000 yards in 8 games. That's a fucking insane.
When you're the GOAT, you just do GOAT things, man.
He's the best wide receiver in the league. I'm sorry.
I believe that.
I could agree with that.
All right, our next topic, we got teams who we think are gonna over and underachieve.
Ooh,
So I got two teams that'll over and underachieve. Number one for the overachievers, got the Indianapolis Colts. I feel like they're being forgotten because of how high everyone's on the Texans are. Like, ooh, CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs, they're gonna run the AFC. They're comparing the Texans that like they're gonna be the team that beat the Chiefs, which is like ridiculous. Which is ridiculous too soon. But I feel like people are sleeping on the Colts, man. Because with Anthony Richardson, if he's healthy for a whole season and he plays like how he did last time, I think they'll be a lot better. And the second overachievers, come on, man, you already know where I'm going. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love MVP season is gonna come through. If not, he's either winning an MVP or he's going to the Super Bowl. It's one of the two, man. It's one of the two that's gonna happen. And then underachiever, I got the Cowboys underachieving. The Cowboys they're about to win 9 games, not make the playoffs, and then they're gonna get rid of everybody on the roster. This is gonna be the season that breaks them. And the last underachieving team is gonna be the Texans. I think they're gonna be good, but they're not gonna be as good as everyone's saying. They'll probably win like one more game than they will that because people are saying that they're gonna go to the Super Bowl, which is like that's not going to the Super Bowl. If they go to the Super Bowl, I got a Texans tattoo or something because that's not happening.
You can get a Stroud jersey.
I'll get a Stroud jersey. I like CJ Stroud, but like I'll be shocked they go to the Super Bowl. I don't even think they're gonna win their division because that's gonna be the Colts.
You got to get the Stroud jersey. You got to get the alternate, the one they coming out with, the H-Town one, the black, blue, and red one they just put out.
I get that because I like CJ Stroud. So yeah.
My over and underachievers. My overachievers, the Raiders. And my under is the Chiefs. But the Chiefs aren't. I don't see the Chiefs repeating this year. I don't. I think the Raiders are going to do.
Can't doubt Mahomes, man.
You said the Raiders overachieving this year?
Over. I think they're going to over because of the way the draft went, and they have like 3 mid-tier quarterbacks, and they drafted a second tight end. They drafted 2 tight ends in the first round, back to back. So they're going to overachieve only because everybody's doubting, especially me. Another underachiever, Texans. I say Texans because, like I said, CJ Stroud probably ain't been in that lab as much as he's supposed to.
Go into the Michael Rubin parties instead of hitting the turf.
So
I don't see Patrick Mahomes at those parties.
word.
Then my over, I got one more over, and it's the Chargers.
Okay.
The Chargers. I picked the Chargers. They basically did the same thing the Bills did.
So I'm gonna go with two teams. I think I'm gonna say overachieve this year. One's gonna be the Panthers. They loaded up on offense. They got Jatavion Sanders from Texas. They got Jonathan Brooks from Texas. They got Deontay Johnson. They traded him from the Steelers. They still got Adam Thielen. They also took Xavier Legette out of South Carolina, wide receiver. He's pretty good. He's like a Debo type of player. Could do everything. Swiss Army knife. They just like I said before, they got Robert Hunt. I do feel like they overpaid him a little bit, but I do think that team is going to overachieve this year. I think they're going to go for like. I want to say they are going to be in close games this year, so I want to say like they won like 7 games this year. My next team, I'm going to say the Cardinals, only because Kyler Murray got Maserati now, so it's kind of like the team is a shit show no more. They gave Kyler a very great weapon in Maserati. Even though the other wide receivers are question marks, I do love Greg Dortch, but I don't think he's a number 2 option. I think he's a number 3 at best. They still have James Conner down there in Cardinals. So the defense is pretty good. They're not like bad, but they're not good either. They're like mid tier. But I do think with Stain Shiken in them as coach, I do think they could put some wins together. And for underachievers, I'm going to say the Cowboys, only because the Cowboys didn't do really anything in free agency. They got Eric Kendricks and re-signed their long snapper. What the fuck are you doing? Come on now, like they're not gonna win anything with doing that shit. And my other team, I'm gonna say the Falcons. I think the Falcons overpaid Kirk Cousins coming off of Achilles. They do have some weapons down there. They have Drake London. They have Kyle Pitts. They have Bijan. Other players, I can't really remember the names right now. But I just don't see that team doing as well as they do look on paper. So I'm gonna say those teams.
So it's also something I want to add. I'm on FanDuel right now, and they got the win totals. I want to know if you guys want to go over or under on some of these teams' totals.
Okay.
So let's start with when you guys should know. Giants win totals. Over or under 6.5 wins?
Over. Over.
I got them on the under, man. They got Daniel Jones at the quarterback still. As long as he's still a quarterback, you got them at the under. Dog. Listen,
over
we're gonna
6.
tank. We're gonna tank for something better.
Dable is fighting for his job. They're not tanking, bro.
Daniel Jones need to be fighting for his job.
He is fighting for his job. That's why after the season, if he don't put up, he out.
You can ever request a trade, or are they gonna cut him?
I think they're gonna try to trade him first.
I think they're gonna try to trade him, then they're gonna cut him.
Trade him for a 6. You guys be happy with that for a 6th-round pick?
Bro, we could trade him for cash consideration. We could do that. We could do that. We feel like as long as we out of there, we could trade him for a 2030 7th-round pick. He got to get out of there.
All right, this is a good one right here. Bengals over or under 10.5 wins.
Over.
This is an easy over. When you got Joe Burrow out there, that's an easy over.
Not if they lose T. Higgins.
No, he signed. He signed for the rest of the season.
Oh, he did. He did the franchise tag.
Yeah.
I don't know if he signed it.
That was like honestly the best for him because they franchise tagged him and he had his worst season ever. So that was like good on both ends. They didn't waste their money on him, and he even played good. So this is he needs to ball out if he wants to stay.
This is a make or break year for that whole team.
Next, we got the Texans. This is over under 9.5 wins. This is the easiest over I've ever seen in my life. Texans to get 10 wins.
Yeah,
that's easy cash. Packers 9.5. That's an easy over. What they have the Cowboys at? They have them at 10.5. That's an under.
I got the Cowboys. Man. We always take the Cowboys over in those situations. They're like regular season gurus. They mastered the regular season. They just haven't mastered the playoffs.
And then the last one, they got Washington for over under 6.5 wins. That's an easy under. They are not going to be good this season.
They're not beating the New York Giants.
They didn't even beat the Giants.
That'll probably be the only two teams. That'll be the only two teams we beat.
All right, and our next topic we got looking over at the NFL Power Rankings. So they released in the early 2024 Power Rankings after free agency, and we're gonna go over and then give our opinions. So boom, the worst team without surprise, Carolina Panthers. I'm not surprised at this.
I'm not really surprised at that. That's just what they are right now.
And then next, this is disrespectful. They're not the second worst team in the league.
That's not disrespectful.
They're bad. I understand they're bad, but they're not as bad as the second worst team in the league.
Bro, they fucking picked up Bo Nix.
That was Sean Payton's guy, man. That was Sean Payton's guy.
So you picked up Bo Nix.
Bro, I guarantee the Broncos will have a better season than the Cardinals. Because the Cardinals.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said I guarantee the Broncos will have a better season than the Cardinals.
I don't know.
Because all the Cardinals did was get a wide receiver. I know he's a good wide receiver.
But Kyler Murray's not garbage.
He's good.
He's good. You have Bo Nix and friends. You're not.
I got Sean
Bo
Payton
Nix
and
might
Bo
not,
Nix. Bo
Nix might not even start. That's the problem. You might. What's his name? Stidham or whoever they play.
No, Zach Wilson.
If Stid starts,
you might be stuck with Zach Wilson, bro.
Bro, all I'm saying, Zach Wilson was not going to succeed in New York.
That's Daniel Jones' nephew, bro.
Bro, if he...
All right, come on, bro.
last season he balled out against the Chiefs defense. Zach Wilson on prime time. Let him get a good coach.
He lost, right? He lost.
He lost. He lost. I don't
He
hear
got
that. He lost.
bad call,
He
bro.
balled out and lost.
The
Oh,
Jets
but
the
when I was saying
bad.
that,
Oh, here we go making it the Mahomes topic.
no,
Oh
when
my
I was
God.
saying that in the message, what you were saying, he still won, right?
He still won.
All right,
Still won.
cool.
But the Jets' #1 defense in the league got lost to the okay Chiefs offense. Sauce Holdner, man, they didn't step up. I don't know how the Patriots are better than the Broncos. This is disrespectful. This is disrespectful.
No, they better, bro.
They're better.
They're
They have
not
Drake
better.
May, right?
Drake May is better than Bo Nix.
Okay, all right. Let's go by quarterback. What else do they have better than the Broncos?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver, right?
Who was that for wide receiver?
They got
Cortland Sutton is better than everyone they got.
they got Jalen Polk.
You're talking about rookies. You're talking about rookies. Again, someone that had 10 touchdowns last season.
Excluding rookies, y'all might have gotten him. Yeah.
I'm not excluding rookies. You're trying to say
I
rookies
think Stevenson is better than
defense. Like majority of their defense is better. I give them like linebacker.
Christian Gonzalez is better than
Not better than Sertan.
Everybody better than Sertan.
He's not better than Sertan. No, he's not better than Sertan.
No, I was about to say he's better than everybody but Sertan. That's what I was gonna say.
Respect Nick Benito, man. Season coming up.
What's the
Next we
draft
got
pick on 2 quarterbacks too?
The Cardinals.
Yes.
I still can't believe the Patriots, bro. Fuck ESPN, bro. The Giants. All right.
No.
The Giants are not better than the Cardinals. The Giants are not better than the Cardinals. I'll stand on
Yes,
the Giants
we
are
are.
better than the Cardinals.
Yes, we are. We just came back from a 28-0
Against
deficit.
Josh Dobbs. Against Josh
So
Dobbs.
what does that
So
mean?
what?
You were down 20 to the Josh Dobbs Cardinals.
We won.
Right, but
That's not concerning. Oh my! Yeah,
we have
we won,
Daniel
though.
Jones. That's our best quarterback, Daniel Jones. Come on, bro. Respect that. Daniel Jones.
The Giants are not better than the Cardinals. Like, okay, you have a good defense, but what happens when your defense lets up 10 points and you only score 6?
We got offensive weapons.
What happens when your defense gets tired? That's the question that you should ask. Our defense gets tired a lot because our offense doesn't stay on the field.
Because your defense let up 10 points and you guys lost the game to the Jets.
We got Malik Neighbors, man.
I know the offense wasn't good. The offense wasn't good.
They didn't let
the
Tommy DeVito throw the ball. He didn't throw the ball.
That's Dable's fault.
He
They're
didn't
supposed to be
throw the
better in
ball.
situations. Your coach got to trust. Oh, this is the
They haven't beat us.
They're not better. They're not better than all these teams besides the Panthers. The Commanders. I don't know why they're so high on Jaden Daniels, who's not going to be good in the NFL. I'll stand on that. He's not going to be especially in Washington.
So Bo Nix gonna be better than Jaden Daniels?
I mean, Bo Nix can like survive a hit. He gets hit one game against it.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Look. The first matchup, the first sack Micah Parsons gets on Jaden Daniels, he might RG3 him.
It's gonna be devastating.
He said he might RG3. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Because Lamar Jackson had a problem of being too skinny. Lamar Jackson bulked up, and he's not as tall as Jaden. Jaden's tall and lanky.
He has to bulk up. He has to eat something.
He's gonna
so
die.
we need some shit, bro. Oatmeal.
Oh, for sure.
And then the offensive line is still not good. Like they drafted a tight end before they drafted a lineman in this draft.
I mean, at least they got Bob. At least they got Bob Wagner.
They got old ass Bobby Wagner and Austin Eckler.
He's still good though, bro.
They're building the 2010 team.
He'll be the best linebacker on your team.
No, he's not better than Baron Browning. Respect. Bro, look at Baron Browning tape, bro. Watch Bill,
bro. Look
Watch
at
Bill.
Bobby Wagner last season. What do you mean?
What team did he even play on?
Seattle. Yeah.
Oh
Seattle.
man, I'm sleeping through that.
Oh.
All right, this is disrespectful.
All right, this is disrespectful, bro.
I don't know why a couple wide receivers and a cornerback makes him better than the Broncos.
The Broncos are good.
I know they're not good, but they're not good, but they're not second worst. Maybe like they're the 5th worst team in the league.
They are second worst. That's what they are. Second worst.
Oh my, the Raiders. Bro.
Yeah, they should be like that. They should be like 31.
They had a quarterback problem. They drafted a tight end, bro. I can't.
That's because they couldn't get Penix. That's probably what happened. They couldn't get Penix.
No, they wanted to get Knicks, and the Broncos just snatched them. I'm like, you know what? Just give me the tight end, man. Saints. Oh my goodness, bro. I don't know how the Saints keep all
Saints
their
is
people.
old. Wow.
I don't know how they
The
keep all
Saints
their
aren't
players.
terrible though.
They're not good.
Yeah, I think they should be higher.
Nah, not high. I think
Vikings
they're perfect.
23.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think they're
It's
better
a
than the
little too
Vikings.
low for the Vikings. No, they're not better than the Vikings.
Yes, they are. Right now, yes.
The Saints are not better than the Vikings. If you're just taking because of a quarterback, if you're thinking just because of the quarterback,
I'm not
it's
thinking about the whole team is better. They have a better
they
offensive
have
line.
Sam Darnold as their starting quarterback.
But then they got Aaron Jones at running back, Justin Jefferson
They
wide
got
They
receiver,
have,
Alvin
Jordan
it
Kamara.
don't
Addison.
mean
They
nothing
got
if
Chris
you have
Olave.
Sam Darnold as your
Alvin
starting.
Kamara. Alvin Kamara beats women in the club, bro. He should be in jail.
Bro. You started bringing up allegations and shit, bro. Come
Bro, it's
on,
not allegations. He got
We're
suspended
not
because of
the
it.
police, bro. We're not the
bro. We
police.
talking about talent on the field. We're
We're
not talking
talking
about how it's
about-
off the field, bro.
That should
Oh.
say most improved position, quarterback. They have Sam Darnold
They
as
went
their
from Josh
starting.
Dobbs to
They got
Sam
JJ
Darnold
McCarthy.
isn't
actually.
horrible. Sam Darnold isn't horrible.
Okay. Why he's not on the Jets no more?
That's Josh Rosen, little brother.
Because the Jets can never have good quarterbacks. When the
They
last
got
time
one now. They
They
got
went
one,
to
but he ate Rose
his
some
first
shit.
passing play, he got injured. The Jets can't have good
Rose.
quarterbacks. They
He
had
ate
Geno
Rose,
Smith.
bro.
They had They had Mark Sanchez bust. Geno Smith was a bust with the Jets.
They
Sam
had Michael
Darnold
Vick.
bust. Bro, they had Michael Vick at like what age 37?
He still put up better stats than Geno Smith when he was there.
Oh my goodness, the Jets just can't have good things. That's why. Chargers
This
22,
is
whatever.
disrespectful. That one is
Whatever.
disrespectful. They literally have nobody. They have
They have.
nobody but Justin Herbert.
Nobody.
I could line up a wide receiver for them,
Yo, what's like you saying? And the rest are nobody.
and the rest are nobodies. Seattle, they should be higher. Honestly, they should be a little higher.
Nah, I feel like they go where they at.
All right, let me see if they're better than the next team.
Yes, they no. The Falcons are better.
It's a discussion.
Falcons are
It's a
better.
discussion. It's a discussion. It's not a clearing, but it's a discussion.
I cannot say that I have them higher or lower.
Buccaneers. I can't have them this high.
Wait, what the
19?
fuck the Bears at? I didn't see the Bears yet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is
Yo, yo.
Cole.
Oh,
Oh my god.
The Colts 18. That's not bad though.
This saying the
Jets.
Bears are better than the Jets. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This is
Oh my
disrespectful.
lord, this is
This is
glazing.
glazing. This
Man.
is glazing.
You see what happens when you get Caleb Williams at quarterback?
They got the zesty dude at quarterback, and then out of the 16th best team.
I got Caleb as being a flop this year. Fucking bust.
It could be because the Bears are one of those teams that can't have anything good.
This is too much blazing going on for the Bears right
The
now.
Bears and the Jets just can't have good quarterbacks ever.
I mean, they
Steelers
had
15.
Steelers at 15 is crazy.
That's fine.
Mike
There is-
Tomlin. That's just what it is. Mike Tomlin.
Rams at 14.
I like that.
They're a little too high. They're a little too high.
Yeah, that's high.
A little too high.
Well, they got
Brown.
Eric Armstead. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns at 12. I mean, you can't. It's cool, but you still got Deshaun Cosby at quarterback. So
They got Jerry. They got Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy.
He tough.
Jerry
Tough.
Judy's tough, but he's not going to be good in Cleveland because
He's
he's a receiver that you need to get the ball out to him like as soon as possible, and that's not what Deshaun Watson is. He's not even a good quarterback. This is just horrible, man. I feel bad for Jerry Judy, man.
The Browns are just cursed, bro. They're never gonna have them.
Not even top 10. The Cowboys, the fall off.
The top.
They
10.
said most improved linebacker.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Packers.
Yo, I gotta see who won, yo. If I see who won, bro, and I don't like it, bro,
It's
I'm
going to be the
leaving.
Chiefs.
It's
It's
gonna
going to
be
be.
the Chiefs. Definitely gonna be the Chiefs.
I'm leaving, bro. I'm leaving.
All right. I can say this firmly. I think the Packers have a better roster than the
Cincinnati.
Wait, where are the Texans at? Oh, hell no. Where are the Texans? They better not be top 5. I better
They
say the
top
Texans
5.
right here.
They gonna put them top 5, bro.
They got the Bills next.
I think the Bills are a little too high. They're like the 10th
Okay.
best team.
Okay. I can't believe. Oh,
Miami.
Dolphins. Wow.
Fucking first 8 game gods.
Oh, my God.
Eagles.
Eagles 5. Detroit 4. Ravens 3. I think
Ravens
the
3.
Lions are a little better than the Ravens. The Ravens lost a lot of people. They lost a lot of people. And the Niners, and then, the Chiefs.
I'm leaving.
You can't leave, bro. That's the Super
They
Bowl
just came
champs.
up with a Super Bowl win. What did you expect?
They came up with a Super Bowl win with arguably one of the lesser
They're not the
rosters
best team in the
playoffs.
league, though.
They have the best quarterback. That's all you need.
It's a quarterback league, bro. The quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes literally he ended the pocket passer era. You have to be a playmaker now.
Definitely.
You got to be able to extend.
Russell was the first improviser for real, though.
He definitely
And
was.
He was.
You can argue Aaron Rodgers was.
But there was nothing on Mahomes level.
Russell throw on a run though is crazy.
It's really, yeah.
Yeah, Russell Wilson has the best in deep ball in NFL history.
Yeah, definitely.
But the extending Mahomes does, where he does 5 spin moves, breaks off 2 tackles, does a pump fake, does a spin move, and then finds somebody 10 yards down the field. That's never been done before. There's been extending plays, and there's Mahomes extending plays, which is ridiculous. I'll just be watching the game.
Xavier Worthy and Marquise Brown. That's crazy.
Bust right here, bust inbound.
Yeah, I think Xavier
Worthy gonna be a bust.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna be that good either.
And this dude's a reckless driver, and so is this dude. He should be in jail. They have a bunch of felons on the team, and they have, of course, 2 busts right here.
A little racist, bro.
It's not. It's facts, bro.
You need to be locked up,
bro. He got caught speeding. He got caught in a car accident racing. These 2 are busts. This dude beats his wife.
Darius Tony a friend, Joe.
Okay, what Mahomes' father did?
He's a drunk driver, and his brother.
What does his father have to do with Patrick Mahomes and his team?
That's why I believe that Mahomes sold household sanity to be the greatest quarterback of all time.
Nah,
because he has a horrible wife. His dad's a drunk driver, and his brother's a freak, worse than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I don't know how he deal with that shit, bro. He really going to fill the show out.
He probably don't.
His family is just crazy.
He probably don't. He probably
just go when you're the GOAT. You just do GOAT stuff, man. No matter on the field and off the field, you got to deliver, and he does. And then one of the last we have, second to last that we have, is reviewing the first episode of the Giants Hard Knocks. So I'm gonna let the Giants fans take over for this one.
Joe Shane to be fired, bro. He needs to be fired. Bro, when the owner is coming down to tell you, hey, listen, I want Saquon Barkley, and you still do the exact opposite of what the owner wants, are you superb, bro? You vote Saquon Barkley for Devin flipping Singletary? Are you serious, bro? Nah, I can't give you that. It's just their attitude about it was, well, yeah, he's a running back. He's the best player on your team. He's the best player on your team. We're gonna sacrifice the best player on our team for a bum. I can't get you that. I can't. I turned it over after I seen that. I ain't finished it.
Are you done?
I ain't finished at that sort of.
All right, so what I got from it was Joe Shane is putting his trust into Daniel Jones. It might not be the best plan, but you have to. You paid this man $40 million. $40 million, right? You paid this man $40, right? $40 million.
Should not have done.
And Saquon wanted $12 to $13 million annually, right? Which is not bad because that is your best player on the team. But you gotta look at it like this, right? Running backs are expendable. You can always get a running back. Probably not the same quality as Saquon, but they can do production like Saquon did his first couple years in the league. I can name names: Kyron Williams, Breece Hall. Who else? I think Blake Corum is gonna be another one that's gonna have the same amount of production that Saquon did his first year. DeAndre Swift, he was just with the Eagles last year. He put up around the same stats as Saquon did last year, right? Joe Mixon, he put this around the same stats. All these running backs, they might not have the same amount of talent as Saquon, but you can get the same amount of talent not the same amount of talent, but the same production as Saquon did his first couple years. Right?
There are only two running backs that can be as good as CMC with a great O line. That's Barkley and that's Chubb. Those are the only two
I
running
think
backs.
Barjon too.
No, those are the only two running backs that are
Debut hit.
right there. If they're not right next to CMC, they're right behind CMC. There's no way that you see CMC's contract and
He
you
keep
like
backloading it. He keep backloading it.
that. Don't, bro. At least he got the offer.
We gave Saquon an offer. That's not
You
not
gave
understanding.
Saquon an offer the year prior, and it was less money. Like I keep telling you, I would have done
The
the
Eagles gave him $2 million more of money, bro.
$2 million is more than zero.
But I'm saying though, they still offered him. He decided to bet on himself and be like, nah, I don't want that money. Next year, I'm gonna get a franchise tag and see how I can get more money. What happened? He got fucking injured.
They should have given Daniel Jones a prove-it deal, bro. Daniel Jones had one good season his whole career, and that season was mediocre as fuck. They paid him because of the playoff.
And Saquon been hurt all his career.
So is Jones. Jones gets hurt every season. Neck, concussion, ankle, shoulder. Come on, bro. ACL.
Saquon, ACL, ankle, knees. Like, come on, bro.
It's the same thing with both of them. They're both injury prone. They cancel each other out. If we're gonna talk about the player, you talk about the best player on the team. Daniel Jones should have
what
never.
You gonna do if Saquon get hurt this year?
Saquon Barkley, if he get hurt this year, he's still gonna have like 1,100 yards because he has a better O line where he at. He going there to win. He not going there to play with them. Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl Part 2, man. That's what it's gonna be. Exactly what it's gonna be.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. Joe Shane basically said, "We're gonna load up the O line. We're gonna put some pieces on the O line, and we're gonna give him not only just one running back, but we're also gonna take another running back in the draft." Which they did. They took Tyrone Tracy, which I'm very high on. I think Tyrone Tracy. Huh?
He about to be fielding kicks. He ain't about to go burn back there.
No, he's gonna be a second option behind Devin Singletary. Anyway, they not expecting Devin Singletary to become and be like a Saquon. This running back room is gonna play together, just like something similar to what the Browns and the Browns was doing with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Even though Nick Chubb, don't get me wrong, Nick Chubb had a lot of production, but Kareem Hunt was right behind when it comes to yards per carry, touchdowns, all that, receiving yards, all that. So I think what the Giants are doing is they're giving him depth at running back, and they also give him depth at wide receiver, and they also trying to put a decent offensive line around him and be like, okay, we gave you all the weapons, right? We need you to go out there and throw more than fucking 15 touchdowns. If you can't do that, then you're done. After this year, just like I said before, they gave him what they gave him last year. I think he was making $20-something million. This year, he's making $40 million, and after that, I think his cap hit is like $9 million because all his money is basically going to the Senators. So this year he's making $40 million. Okay, that's not good because of his production. We're going with that. But after this year, he's not making no money at all. So he took a team-friendly deal. After that, we get out his contract. We won't be backloaded like fucking Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence making fucking $55 million every year, bro. Are you kidding me, bro?
Yo, if let's say Daniel Jones gets 6 wins this year, they're gonna pay him again.
No.
That's how the Giants are.
No.
If Daniel Jones gets 6 wins this year, he's getting paid again.
No. Because I feel as though Joe Shane and Dable realize that they can't keep trying to save him, bro. If he doesn't put up this year, if he doesn't at least put up 30 touchdowns this year, he's done.
30?
He has to.
He needs 30. He
has to. No,
he
25,
needs 30 and 4,000 yards.
Yeah, he need 30. I say 30 and 3,500, and I want to say like at least 5
of 30. Is he capable of 30?
I think so. I think so.
Hell,
he has neighbors. He has
it's
neighbors.
Been 6 years. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
He has neighbors. He has Jalen Hyatt. He has Darius Slayton. All Wandale Robinson too. All those players could create space. There's no reason why you can't put up 30 touchdowns and 3,500 yards, bro. It's not. It's no way. The only excuse can be his only excuse can be the O line, and I'm not giving that excuse no more. Like they really tried to put the O line. Like even though Evan Neal is a big question mark at right tackle, they still got a left guard. They still got a left tackle Andrew Thomas. They still got a center. They still got a right guard. The only person that you really can't say is Evan Neal. I think he's not gonna be that good. I think he's a bust.
Bro,
There's no reason why.
Bro, it's either he take that guard position and they move Elmore to right tackle, or he's done.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, and they're gonna put.
Let's talk about the stuff that he could work on. Let's not talk about the stuff that you're talking about. He needs this, he needs that. Him holding on to the ball too long. Him staring down his receivers. Him panicking when his first option is not open. He needs to work on those things if he wants to still be in the NFL. He's not. It's been 6 years. It don't take 6 years for you to realize this. It doesn't. But like I said, the Giants are the type of organization. He has a slightly better season than last year. He's getting paid. Again, that's how they are.
I don't think so.
I think Jones, like, his one thing he needs to get work on is his read progression. So he needs to sit down and actually read the field quick, because that's what some of the other quarterbacks do. Because that's a big reason why his breakout year, which was 15 touchdowns, was he had 700 yards rushing, because Dable put the game plan for him. Like, look at your first read. If you don't like it, take off. That's why he had 700 rushing yards.
He had no weapons, bro.
It was a first.
He was throwing to Marcus Johnson and David Sills. The person that you sent me is like, oh wow, they got David Sills. I remember you sent me him. You sent me because y'all picked him up on your practice squad. He was like, okay, we got another wide receiver. I was never high on David Sills. He had a few games where he went over like 60 yards, but his hands are inconsistent. Who the fuck is Marcus Johnson? If you look that man up right now, look up Marcus Johnson, NFL. Please look that man up. I want you to look at in screen. Share your screen too. Share your screen too. Now I want to show Pod too, because Pod
was like a baller.
No,
it was like a baller.
No. Go to his stats. Go to his stats right now. Show me this man's stats.
Dude, like a baller.
Bro, what is this?
Yo, he didn't even play. Right? He didn't even give the man a chance.
Go to career.
Oh, career. You didn't even give this man a chance.
No, he played. You gotta look up stats.
Let me see.
Giants.
See, he balled out with the Colts. What happened with the Giants?
He had 99 yards.
Is a career killer, bro.
He had more yards than with every other team besides the Giants or the Eagles.
Because he played like 3 games.
14 games played.
He played 14 games
in one season.
Every time I seen that man play, he was dropping the ball.
Bro, Daniel Jones is a career killer, bro.
No,
trust me. Darren Waller. I'm gonna keep saying.
Darren Waller went insane.
I'm gonna keep saying.
No, he retired, bro. You can't say that, bro.
We keep saying Golden Tate. Kenny Galladay.
Golden Tate, he actually had a good year under Jones, though.
He had a mediocre year. He got benched for yelling at the camera, throw the ball. It wasn't throwing that man the ball.
With the O-line that year, what else, like 2020?
We blame the O-line every time. We don't blame the slowly reading the progressions.
Because I'm looking at, bro. Look at the talent they put around this man, bro.
Look at your skill. At the end of the day, it's about your skill set. What can you do? If you can't read a defense, what are you here for?
You can't say that because his first year,
we watched Tom
Brady put up
24
24 and 12 touchdowns.
We watched Tom Brady say go and tell the running back cover 2 within 3 seconds. That was against us too.
That's Tom Brady.
Jordan Love does that. Jordan Love did that against the Cowboys in the playoff game.
You said cover 2?
Jordan Love faked the Cowboys out, knew they were blitzing, and told his whole team of like 7th grader wide receivers that they're gonna blitz, and it was a touchdown. Great play.
Bro. Jordan Love.
Let's see if Bo Nix do that this year.
I could care less, bro. I got Jordan Love, bro. I got Jordan Love.
Oh,
Yo,
I'm a Broncos / Jordan Love fan, bro.
That's crazy. Who
Like,
else has you know who else has a fucking just came into the NFL? CJ Stroud. Better football IQ than Daniel Jones, for sure.
I wouldn't say that.
The way, and he's a rookie though. That's the problem. Jones been in the NFL for 6 years. CJ Stroud has 1 year down.
I'm not sure people want to give this guy credit, but Brock Purdy has some pretty good play recognition, and that doesn't have to do with the great wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of people that just came into the NFL that's better football IQ than Daniel Jones.
It's crazy because
more faster than Daniel Jones.
It's crazy because the only thing I be hearing good about Daniel Jones is he stays in the facility. He's the last one out. But then when you go on the field, it's like
what the fuck?
It's like, what are you studying there?
What are you working on? What are you working on, bro?
Like, what are you there, bro?
He needs to take the firefighter exam. He needs to retire. He needs to be a fireman. Go put out some fire. Go ahead, be the first one in the building, the last one out the building. Go ahead, go be a fireman. We don't need that on the New York Giants. All right? We don't need that. We don't need that. Because he pisses me off.
All right, our last two topics we got two little games. The first game we got here is, let me share my screen. This one requested by Za. This is, you're stuck on a 10-hour flight. Which seat are you choosing? We got the Steelers, Russell Wilson, Mike Tom. We got the Jets. I'm assuming this is, does he play for the Eagles or work for the Eagles? I'm assuming that. Got the Bills.
Yeah.
Got the Harbaugh
That's
duo.
Big Nick.
The Lions, the Cowboys, the Bosa Bros, Ayuk and the Niners GM, Kirk, Penix, Leggett, Thielen, Winston, Williams, the DeVito clan, and then Herbert and Derwin James. So
I'm not sitting next to the Bosa Bros. They might try to take me out with the Klansmen. They might try to get me out of here. They're a little. You already know how they are.
I'm probably gonna go with. I ain't gonna lie, Dan Campbell and Amar Rod. I feel like I had some fun with them, bro. Like just talking to them and shit. Like Dan Campbell feel like a fun ass person to be around.
I'll probably go 5B. I'll probably try to get some football knowledge from the Harbaugh brothers. But their family's been in the NFL for a minute. I think their father was a head coach for a team. So I'll probably try to get some of that football IQ from them. Probably have a Sean McVay story. I'm a coach.
Word.
I'm looking at 3C. I'm looking at 6B, 5F, and 6E. Because this right here, those 3 weeks of the DeVito was something special.
Now that's 6E. They might know a guy for sure. They might have to.
And then these two are just funny. And then of course Campbell and I think I'm gonna say 5F. I gotta say 5F.
You can't sit next to Jameis Winston for
Jameis Winston, even though he's kind of a creep, he's a funny creep.
But he gonna have you dying on that.
Bro, I can't sit next to him, yo. Because then if he whip out one of these, I'm gonna get mad.
I'm pretty sure Jameis got arrested for like stealing crab legs from a buffet. There's a lot of.
Why do you always bringing up what felonies they did, bro? Like,
we gonna have to have a conversation. We gonna have to.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that have done some sus stuff. He's also, I think, he's in the same kind of boat with Deshaun Watson, but not as bad. But just he doesn't get talked about it much because he's a funny guy.
All right, what about Nick Wilson? They say he racist, bro. Why you say nothing about
I'm not sitting up there at 1A. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that.
He's just a Trump supporter. It's really. I guess all Trump supporters are racist. I'm not sure.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
You about to blow my dick.
I remember there's a lot of stuff that doesn't get talked about. I remember Baker Mayfield. He got arrested because. Oh, my fault. You can go.
No, I was gonna say if I say that 2C, Aaron Rodgers might pass him a mushroom and be like, "Yo, eat this, young buck." Gonna be fine on that shit.
A mushroom through TSA.
That's the dog room right there. That's where he was
bro. I'm not sitting next to this clown right here. The worst coach in NFL history.
Okay, you hack it?
Yeah, he made Russell Wilson sit in the pocket and throw the football. Horrible quarterback, bro. I mean, horrible coach. Well, the guy gets both. A horrible quarterback, horrible coach. Now they should be in the same row together. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I gotta go with 5F
Yeah, I'm gonna
because
go
everything
5.
else is either because I can't stand next to him because he was given like 9/11 threats, or not threats, but motivations. Bro, who is this clown, bro?
Bro,
Spider
he's doing too
Burns.
much of the Spider-Man thing, bro. He's a grown-ass man. He needs to relax.
Bro, there's only one Spider Man I know, and that's Donovan Mitchell.
Nah, I know. Tobey Maguire.
Eh, he's washed. All right, then we got one more thing. I got a little game. Blindly rank NFL wide receiver. I saw this on a TikTok from another
Oh my
podcast,
god.
and I want to. So I have it written down right here. It's on my phone right here, so you can't say I'm just making it up. I have 8 wide receivers that I'll.
No, I want to say one thing. When it comes to wide receivers, I will say me and Quad be on the same page when it comes to wide receivers. Now, when it comes to fucking quarterbacks, it's always arguing, bro.
Yo, I don't know what it is, man. He just don't agree with Patrick Mahomes being the best in the NFL. With 3 Super Bowl rings and 3 Super Bowl MVPs and 2 MVPs, and you know, that's how that goes.
Joe Mixon has more passing touchdowns in the Super Bowl than Josh Allen.
I mean, Josh Allen hasn't been there yet.
He hasn't been there. Gonna retire with 0.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's either he's gonna go out like Phillip Rivers, never get into a Super Bowl.
He'll go like Dan Marino.
Nah, I don't think so. I think he gets one. I think he gets one.
If he gets one, Patrick Mahomes has to tear his ACL that year. That has to be the year Patrick Mahomes get the man curse.
All right, so I got 8 names here. I'm gonna give you a name. You guys gonna rank them together, and once you give a number, they gotta say there. So your goal is to make the best list possible. So you're not gonna know what's coming next. So first name, you got Garrett Wilson from 1 through 8. Where are you ranking him?
I'd say a 4.
I think 3 or 4 for me.
All right, you gonna agree on 4?
Yeah.
All right, next up we got Stephon Diggs.
6.
6?
6.
6 is crazy work.
I'm going 6.
I'm gonna say 5. So 6.
5, 6. So I
6.
guess 6. All right, 6. Next up we got Zay Flowers from the Ravens.
See, look, you see?
Yes,
See?
Is Zay Flowers better than Stephon Diggs already?
Damn. I'm gonna go with 5.
All right, you got 5. Next up, I think I got it screwed. Terry McLaurin.
I say 2.
Yo.
I say 2.
Hey, yo.
I say 2.
I mean, I could have like Justin,
you don't know.
I could have
next.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Tyreek Hill right next, so I could have like Kadarius
I'm
Toney.
willing to take that chance.
Well, we'll go 2.
2. All right. Next name up, Amari Cooper. So you have 4, 6, 5, and 2. You have 1, 3, 7, and 8 left.
Put that man at 7.
Yo,
Wow, that's
respect
crazy.
Coop. Respect Coop.
Cooper's like 50, bro. Put him at 7. Let them young boys.
He's like 29.
Nah, Coop like
Let me
30.
see.
Man, let them young boys, man. Let them young boys do what they gotta do, man.
Oh, he's 30. He's still balling at 30.
Yeah, I guess 7. I guess.
All right, 7.
Put that 40-year-old man at 7, man.
Brandon Ayuk.
Which one we got available?
You have 1, 3. You have 1, 3, and 8 left.
I'll put Ayuk at 3.
Yeah, I say 3.
3. Next up, George Pickens. Is he 1 or 8?
8. I'll put him at 8.
All right. It's kind of funny. The last receiver here, it could be Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams. So where are you putting Darius Slayton at?
Hey,
You saw you fucked this up, bro.
hey, yo, I'm thinking he got Justin Jefferson or something, yo. He don't got nobody.
That's
Yeah,
too
that
easy to put like
was.
the top dog up there. Because if I give you
I
like
should have
Justin
put Garrett.
Jefferson,
I'd have put Garrett at number one, Ayuk at number one for all of that. Like I wanted to. I wanted to put Ayuk at number one at first.
I guess he going at one. We got no more support.
So
We
your
got one
final
spot
list. I mean, this is a biased pick. The Giants fan saying Slayton's one. You got Darius Slayton at
left.
one.
Can't even
You got
catch that.
Terry McLaurin at 2, Brandon Ayuk at 3, Garrett Wilson 4, Zay Flowers 5, Stephon Diggs 6, Amari Cooper 7, and George Pickens 8.
They were so fucked up.
We fucked that one up. Oh man.
So if you guys want to do this, like you can make one too, and you could present it on the next podcast.
Nah,
All
next
right.
time we gonna do we gonna talk after.
All right. So that's been the end of the third episode of the Points After podcast. You guys have anything you want to say before we end it?
Stay tuned for episode 4, man.
Daniel Jones is the bum.
Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. I will see you guys in episode 4.